Welcome to this episode of Our Recovery Journey. This week's episode is in response to a question that was sent to me earlier in the week. And the question went a little like this. She said, just a thought on how to help others understand loved ones, coworkers, managers, etc. I've run into many people who don't understand how a condition like this can affect one's life. What a great question, what a great statement, and I'd just like to thank that person for posting it. Anxiety, stress, and depression can have a disabling and destructive effect on those who experience them. They are affected physically, psychologically, emotionally, and spiritually. For many, they feel as though their very life is over as they know it. For you, it may appear there's nothing really going on with your loved one or employee, but I assure you, there is. What they are going through can be terrifying, confusing, frustrating, and greatly debilitating. The symptoms can be both internal and external. Here are just a few of the more disturbing internal symptoms your loved one can experience. They can feel dizzy, lightheaded, or feel like they're going to pass out. They can feel like they're choking, like there's something stuck in their throat or a lump. They'll experience chest pain, heart palpitations, intense feelings of impending doom or fear. Perhaps their vision is blurred. They feel overwhelmed. They experience excessive energy or a lack of energy resulting in chronic fatigue. They're always on edge or chronically grouchy. They're depressed. They startle easily. They're jumpy and they're fidgety. They can experience shooting pains in various parts of their body, numbness in the limbs or face, muscle tension, and sometimes to the point of pain. Nausea, a constant mind chatter, and fearfully irrational thoughts. Externally, the symptoms can be a number of things. Profuse sweating, hot and cold flashes, a trembling or shaking uncontrollably. Perhaps they are obviously frightened and terrified. They experience uncontrollable muscle twitching, shortness of breath, rapid and shallow breathing, extreme nervousness, frequently having to go to the washroom. They can't relax, and they experience dramatic mood swings, insomnia, and sleep problems, which can include jolting awake in the middle of the night. A constant craving for sweets and chocolate. They can't take too much pressure. Afraid of confined spaces, excessively focused on their symptoms and how they are feeling. And they can feel literally like they're losing their mind or going crazy, which can result in a lot of panicky experiences. In our experience, sufferers are generally intelligent, creative, passionate, caring, and excitable people. They have learned to become inward-focused, frightened, short-tempered, confused, discouraged, distant, uncaring, and seemingly like a hypochondriac once any of these conditions are established. From your perspective, it can appear as a sign of weakness and be misunderstood. And believe me, your loved one, friend, or employee is having an even harder time understanding what is happening to them. Having said that, please be assured that your loved one, friend, or employee is suffering a very real condition. The biochemical impact of stress on the brain, nervous system, and endocrine system, along with a variety of other systems, is very real. All of their symptoms are a direct result of the biochemical imbalance caused by constant long-term stress. More than likely, they are also dealing with a great deal of unjustified shame and guilt. And believe it or not, they're doing their best to hide what is going on from everyone because they believe you are or may think less of them because they are just not the way they should be or used to be. So, how can you help? One, don't criticize them for feeling poorly. This condition isn't something they can just snap out of. It takes the right information, a lot of hard work and patience in order to recover and live a healthy life again, and there are no shortcuts or quick fix cures once these conditions are entrenched. It requires constant effort, therapeutic support, and help along the way from you. Secondly, be patient with them. While the condition may appear obvious, the internal reality of it is much different and harder to turn around. It takes the right information, applied effort to return to balanced health. It also takes an abundance of time, more than one would expect, more than any of you would wish. It'll take time for their body to return back to a sense of balance. So your patience and support is required, much more than you think. And thirdly, remove as much stress and pressure as you can, because stress and pressure will only aggravate the situation. They require rest and calmness to soothe it. And once their body, nervous system, and brain returns to normal, they will return to normal life. Now, I can't emphasize this enough. The sufferer desperately needs your unconditional support. The recovery journey will feel like 2 steps forward and 1 step backward. So walk with them and support them. Encourage them. If you have questions you would like me to address in future episodes, please like my page, send me a confidential private message, and I'll do my best to answer them. Again, for those suffering, I wish you nothing but the best in your recovery journey. And you are not alone in this. For more in-depth information and therapeutic support, I encourage you to visit www.anxietycenter.com. Again, I encourage you and offer blessings on your road to recovery.